A street boy told the billionaire, "You're not sick, your husband is poisoning you." The billionaire woman never believed a child from the street could shake the perfect life she thought she had built so carefully. She had everything. A mansion with gates taller than most people's dreams. Cars that purred like quiet lions. Staff who bowed with respect. A husband who smiled beside her in public like love was easy. Her name was Serena Vale. The world called her unstoppable. But lately, her own body had begun to betray her. It started small. A dizzy moment in the boardroom. A strange weakness after breakfast. Hands trembling when she signed papers. A fog in her head that came and went like unwanted smoke. Doctors said stress. They said business pressure. They said age. But deep down, Serena knew something felt wrong. Something silent. Something hidden. Like danger sitting quietly inside comfort. That afternoon, she sat alone on a park bench. Trying to breathe through another wave of dizziness. The city moved around her. Children laughed. Birds hopped between trees. People passed, unaware that the woman sitting there was worth billions. Serena held her head with one hand. Her heartbeat felt loud. Uneven. Sharp. She closed her eyes, whispering to herself. Just breathe, just breathe. Then she heard footsteps. Small. Slow. Not rushed like people who feared security guards. She opened her eyes. A boy stood close. Maybe 11. Maybe 12. His clothes were worn. His shoes had holes. His hair was dusty, like the street had claimed him as its own. But his eyes were serious. Not begging. Not smiling. Just watching her like he knew something. Serena frowned. She expected him to ask for money. Everyone did. But instead, the boy spoke softly. "Ma'am." His voice carried a strange confidence. That didn't match his fragile look. Serena sighed, reaching into her purse. "I don't have cash. That's not why I'm here." Her hand froze. She looked up sharply. The boy stepped closer. His expression did not change. "You're not sick like they say." Serena blinked. "What?" He lowered his voice. "Someone at home is slowly making you weak." A cold silence dropped between them. Serena's mouth parted slightly. Her first emotion was anger. Rich women don't take warnings from street children. She straightened. "What kind of nonsense is this?" The boy didn't flinch. He only said, calm as truth itself. "It's your husband." Serena's breath stopped. Her heart paused for one terrifying second. Then it began pounding harder than before. Her husband? No. Impossible. Her mind tried to laugh. Tried to reject it. But fear slipped through the cracks anyway. Because memories flashed too fast. Sudden illnesses. Weakness after meals. Her husband insisting she eat what he personally served her. His voice always gentle. "Eat, Serena. You need strength." Strength. Or dependence. She stared at the boy again, expecting a trick. But his eyes held pain. Like he had seen this before. For the first time in years, Serena Vale felt small. Because truth sometimes comes from mouths the world ignores. She tried to laugh it off. "This is ridiculous." But her chest felt heavy. Like the boy's words had unlocked a door of fear. Inside her. The park noises faded. All she could hear was her own heartbeat. Loud. Uneven. Echoing in her ears. She swallowed. Then asked, voice low. Why would you say something like that? Do you even know who I am, child? The boy nodded slowly. Not impressed by wealth. Not scared of power. Just calm. Like truth gave him protection. I know, he said. I've seen you before. Serena narrowed her eyes. Where? I clean tables at the cafe near your house. Her stomach tightened. The boy continued. I've seen things rich people think no one notices. Serena's hands slowly curled into fists. Her mind raced through dinners. Medicines. Her husband watching her finish every plate. He never let the staff touch her food tray. At the time, it felt like love. Devotion. Care. Now those memories twisted dark. She whispered, barely audible. Did you see something, or are you guessing? She wanted him to say it was a mistake. She wanted him to laugh. The boy looked down. Then back up. His eyes were wet. I saw him drop powder into your soup. A cold wave ran through Serena's body. Not from illness this time. From betrayal. Crawling under her skin. Her throat went dry. You're sure? He nodded once. Through the kitchen window. A small packet. White powder. Mixed carefully. Like someone who had done it before. Serena's vision blurred. Her hand gripped the bench. Then. A familiar voice spoke behind her. Serena? Her body stiffened. Slowly, she turned. Her husband stood there. Damien Vale. Tall. Handsome. Perfect suit. Perfect smile. But his face was pale. Frozen. Because secrets don't stay buried. When destiny decides to speak. His shoes crunched on the gravel path. The sound sharp. Like guilt stepping into open air. He forced a laugh. What's going on? Serena stood slowly. Dizziness forgotten. Now fueled by suspicion. This boy says strange things, she replied. Watching Damien closely. The boy did not step back. Did not run. He held his ground like someone protecting truth. Bigger than fear. I saw you, the boy said again. White powder. Small packet. Into her soup bowl. Damien laughed too quickly. Street kids lie for money. His voice was smooth. But Serena noticed something. His hands were shaking. Slightly. Something she had never seen before. Damien stepped closer, smiling wider. Come on, Serena. You know me. But Serena's mind replayed hospital visits. Weakness. Blurry vision. Nights she could barely stand without his support. Support. Or control. The difference now felt terrifying. The park grew quiet. Even the trees felt like they were holding breath. Serena looked at her husband, not with love now. But with questions sharp enough to cut through years of blind trust. Damien reached for her arm. Let's go home. You're not well. She pulled back. Don't touch me. His smile faltered. The boy spoke softly now. My father died like this. Serena's head snapped toward him. The boy swallowed. Someone he trusted made him weak. Slowly. Quietly. His voice trembled. Not accusation. Pain. Warning born from scars. Serena felt something crack inside her. She turned back to Damien. Her voice broke. If this is false, swear on our future. Swear you never harmed me knowingly. Silence answered first. And sometimes silence screams louder. Then confession. Damien's lips parted. But no words came. Serena's heart sank. Tears filled her eyes. Not from sickness. From truth. Damien whispered finally, voice shaking. I did it for us. Serena stepped back like his words carried poison. For us, she repeated. His eyes were desperate. I was scared you'd leave me. You're powerful. Beautiful. Successful. I thought one day you'd realize you didn't need me. Serena's breath shook. All those meals, the medicine, the care. Her voice rose. It was never love. Damien broke down. I only used small amounts. I never meant to kill you. Just, to keep you close. Dependent. The cruelty of that logic shattered something inside Serena. Because love should protect. Not weaken. Not cage. The boy watched quietly. Not proud. Not happy. Just relieved. Serena looked at him with gratitude deeper than words. Then she looked at Damien. The man she built a life with. Now a stranger wearing familiar skin. Wealth. Houses. Status. None of it mattered when the person beside you became the danger itself. Serena's hands trembled as she pulled out her phone. Damien fell to his knees. Please. Serena. But fear never justifies harm. She made the call. Police sirens echoed faintly in the distance. Reality settled heavy around them. Damien's tears fell quietly now. Like guilt had drained his strength. Officers arrived. Calm. Firm. Damien did not resist. As they led him away, Serena stood still. Breathing. Alive. The boy stepped back, unsure if he should stay. Used to being invisible. Serena turned to him gently. She removed her coat. Placed it over his shoulders. What's your name? She asked softly. He hesitated. Then said. Malik. His eyes were unsure. Because kindness from rich people often fades. Once problems disappear. But Serena shook her head. You saved my life, Malik. Her voice trembled. Today, you are the bravest person I have ever met. The mansion felt different that night. Not grand. Not powerful. Just, empty. Serena Vale walked through the wide halls slowly. As if the walls themselves had begun to whisper truth. For years, she believed this house was a symbol of success. Now it felt like a stage where betrayal had been rehearsed quietly. She passed the dining table. The long polished surface still held the glow of luxury. But Serena could only stare at the chair where Damien once sat. Smiling. Pouring wine. Telling her stories. Encouraging her to eat. She swallowed hard. Danger had sat beside her in familiar skin. Servants watched from a distance. No one spoke. Whispers floated like dust in the air. Because even rich walls cannot hide cracks. When truth breaks through. But Serena's focus stayed on the small figure sitting on the sofa. Malik. He held a warm cup of tea with both hands. As if heat itself was something rare. His eyes moved carefully around the room. Afraid to touch anything. Afraid comfort might disappear without warning. Serena sat across from him slowly. Not as a billionaire now. But as a woman whose life had been returned. By a child's courage. You won't go back to the streets, she said gently. Malik's shoulders stiffened. He didn't look excited. He didn't look greedy. He looked tired. People always say things like that, he whispered. Serena's chest tightened. Who? Rich people, Malik replied softly. They give bread when they feel good. Then they forget when tomorrow comes. His words weren't rude. Just honest. Truth spoken by someone who had lived too long without promises. Serena leaned forward. I'm not saying it because I feel good. She paused. I'm saying it because you saved my life. Malik's eyes lowered. I didn't want you to die like my father did. Serena's throat tightened. You said your father. Malik nodded slowly. He was a driver. Serena listened, her heart heavy. He worked for a family in the city. They treated him like air. Like he was invisible. His voice became quieter. One day, he started getting sick. Weak. Dizzy. Like you. Serena's fingers curled. Malik continued. The woman he trusted was giving him something. Small doses. Every day. His eyes filled with pain. By the time anyone noticed, it was too late. Silence sat between them. Serena felt guilt rise like fire. Not guilt for being rich. But guilt for living so long believing suffering belonged far away. Malik looked up. I saw the same look in your eyes today. That confusion. That weakness. He swallowed. I couldn't stay quiet again. Serena breathed in deeply. And for the first time in years. Her heart felt something stronger than power. Humility. She whispered. You were brave. Malik shrugged slightly. I was scared. Serena nodded. Bravery is being scared and speaking anyway. Malik stared at his cup. His fingers were thin. His nails rough. A child who should have been worrying about school. Not murder hiding in soup. Serena stood suddenly. I need to do something. Malik looked up quickly. Are you sending me away? Serena froze. Her heart cracked. No. She walked closer and crouched in front of him. I'm going to make sure you never have to sleep outside again. Malik's eyes trembled. You don't even know me. Serena smiled sadly. I know enough. The next morning, Serena sat in a private hospital room. Bright lights. Cold walls. Doctors speaking softly. Blood samples. Tests. Time moved slowly. Malik sat in the corner, silent, watching. Serena noticed how he flinched every time someone entered. Like life had taught him doors only opened for trouble. A doctor finally returned. Her face was serious. Mrs. Vale. Serena's hands tightened. Yes? The doctor placed a file on the table. We found traces of toxins in your system. The words hit like thunder. Serena's breath caught. Slow exposure, the doctor continued. Small doses over time. Exactly as you described. Malik's head lowered. He already knew. Serena closed her eyes. Pain spread through her chest. It wasn't just suspicion anymore. It was confirmed. Damien had been killing her slowly. Not with a knife. Not with violence. But with patience. Control. Fear disguised as love. The doctor added gently. If it had continued, you might not have survived another few months. Serena's body went cold. She opened her eyes and looked at Malik. A street boy. Torn shoes. Dusty hair. But he had carried truth like a shield. He had stopped death with words. Serena whispered. You saved me. Malik didn't respond. He only stared at the floor. As if saving someone didn't mean saving himself. That evening, Serena met her lawyer. Papers spread across a large office desk. Damien's arrest was already public news. Headlines screamed. Billionaire husband accused of poison plot. Serena felt exposed. Not because she was ashamed, but because the world loved scandal more than truth. Her lawyer cleared his throat. There's something else. Serena looked up sharply. What? The lawyer slid another folder forward. We investigated Damien's finances. Serena's stomach tightened. And? He was drowning in debt. Serena blinked. That's impossible. He hid it, the lawyer said. Gambling. Bad investments. Secret accounts. Serena's hands trembled. All this time. The lawyer nodded. And your illness. He paused carefully. It wasn't only insecurity. Serena's eyes widened. What do you mean? The lawyer's voice became heavier. He was preparing to take over everything. Serena felt her breath leave her lungs. If you died slowly, it would look natural. Stress. Age. Health issues. Her mind spun. And then your husband inherits your empire. A cold silence filled the room. Serena leaned back, shaking. So it wasn't love twisted by fear. It was greed wearing romance as a costume. Damien wasn't trying to keep her close. He was trying to erase her. Slowly. Quietly. Without anyone noticing. Serena whispered, voice broken. I slept beside a stranger. The lawyer nodded. And Malik stopped him. Serena's eyes filled with tears again. Not weak tears. But mourning. Mourning the life she thought she had. Days passed. Damien remained in custody. The case grew larger. The world watched. But Serena stopped caring about gossip. For the first time in her life. She cared about something real. Malik. She enrolled him in school. Bought him clean clothes. Took him to a barber. The first time Malik looked into a mirror afterward. He didn't smile. He just stared. As if he didn't recognize the boy looking back. Serena knelt beside him. You're still you, she said softly. Malik whispered. I look like someone who belongs somewhere. Serena's heart squeezed. You do belong somewhere. Malik moved through the mansion like a ghost at first. Quiet steps. Hands always close to his sides. Afraid to break something. Afraid someone would shout. One night, Serena found him standing in the kitchen doorway. Watching the cooks. Watching food being prepared. His eyes were fixed. Serena walked closer. Are you hungry? Malik shook his head quickly. No. But his voice betrayed him. Serena gently placed a plate in front of him. Eat. He hesitated. Then whispered. Is it safe? The question stabbed her. Safe. A child asking if food was safe. Serena sat beside him. Yes, she said firmly. No one will ever poison you here. Malik's eyes trembled. He took the first bite slowly. Like someone tasting trust for the first time. Weeks later, Serena stood in court. Damien faced charges. Evidence was strong. His mask had fallen. He looked smaller now. Not powerful. Not charming. Just exposed. He turned toward Serena, eyes desperate. Serena, please. But Serena's face remained still. The woman he tried to destroy was standing stronger than ever. She spoke clearly. You didn't love me. You wanted to own me. Damien's lips trembled. You were too big. I felt invisible beside you. Serena's voice sharpened. So you tried to make me disappear. The judge's gavel fell. Damien was sentenced. The chapter closed. Not with screaming. But with truth. That night, Serena returned home. The mansion no longer felt empty. Malik sat on the couch doing homework. A lamp beside him. A future forming quietly. Serena watched him for a long moment. Then Malik looked up. "Ma'am." Serena smiled. "You don't have to call me that." Malik blinked. "What should I call you?" Serena's voice softened. "Serena, or..." She paused. "If you want." Malik swallowed hard. "Mom?" The word trembled out like a fragile dream. Serena's eyes filled instantly. She crossed the room and pulled him into her arms. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, Malik." And in that moment, the billionaire woman who once thought wealth was everything, finally understood. Real wealth begins the day you choose humanity over pride. A street boy with nothing had given her everything back. Life, truth, family, and a second chance.